them ready to jump into the portal to the land of Dawn, potentially the last game of day 1, week 3. Let's just jump straight away to the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, and just witness, third game between this match.
Let's see again here as we are going to jump in. Sutsujin still with the Akai, Demon Slayer, and Kairi with the Mystery Shop. Both of the junglers opting for the same exact talent emblems, but there's already a difference in terms of the pathing. Sutsujin opting to go for the orange buff first, so going to the gold lane. There's going to be a heavy emphasis on that gold lane, pressuring Wanwan.
Yeah, I mean, Dream's already here, setting up bot side as well. Keyboy will follow through as well here, so it will be a 2v2 bot side. And yeah, again, Diggy, annoying hero here. Keyboy needs to cover CW a lot, and we'll have to see here who will prevail.
Right, in this lane right now, usually, right, the logic dictates that Sustain will beat out Poke. So right now, Dreams can do a lot of damage, but Keyboy can heal it all back up. So the lane evens out, essentially, and CW won't be able to be pressured as hard as Clover would want.
We'll have to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Still, the focus will still be in the gold lane. Keyboy, CW, and Drian will focus on the stacks as he is on that Sicilian. So again, composition-wise, Onic Esports, they are not afraid to take it to the late game. The question is, can Evos Legends play this early?
What we can expect from Onic Esports is to win out in that top side. So it just seems like, again, Kairi is playing with that. They know that the Paquito wins out against the Phobius before level 4. Once the Demonic Force has been activated, has been acquired by the Phobius, then it all changes. But looking for a dive up top is a very good decision. And just like that, they go for it.
Yeah, Boots and as well as Kairi dishing out damage to Pendragon, forcing him to recall when the turtle spawns. This might be already early, good rotations from side of Onic Esports, and yeah, Kairi taking no time to poke that turtle, it seems like, but Sutsujin is not late to the party.
Well, the mid lane for the side of Evos Legends is stronger though, so there's a lot more clear, a lot more kill threat compared to Drian, who's on the Sicilian, who wants to scale up for a bit. So now, Onic Esports have the control, but it's being contested.
Oh, as of right now, Sutsujin gets the first turtle. Kairi, with the help of Angela here, is in trouble. He gets taken down, and Angela might be next here, but Keyboy, luckily, without that flicker, he escapes. What the heck? Evos Legends winning that trade. Turtle and as well as Kairi, and it seems like now they are stepping on the gas pedal here already, rotating towards the jungles of Kairi.
Taking the purple buff even here in game number 2. And you can see, maybe Onic Esports, after winning the game in such a dominant fashion, they're getting too confident in this team fight. They didn't have the pressure in the XP lane, nor did they have it in the mid lane. So that just gave over the setup to Evos Legends, yet they still tried to force it. Kairi was punished, and now Evos Legends lead in the first few minutes of the game. Getting that early lead is going to be massive. Again, knowing that the Phobius now has a significantly bigger power in that XP lane up against the Paquito.
Well, seems like Sutsujin with that heavy spin helped the retribution, but emblem-wise here, Arashi, anything significant?
Well, you can see that Clover is attempting to match CW in that late game department, right? His emblem really, very much scales towards that late game, which is great. And for Sutsujin, still focusing on the Demon Slayer with the Akai as usual. So far, nothing really too surprising, but it does seem like the mages in both these teams are trying to get their power spikes as fast as possible.
Heavy spin catches CW, and there you go! CW gets taken down. Sutsujin with the perfect setup, and now they're looking to clear the bot turret here, and yeah, it's doable. 3-man, but oh my god, a good thing that Jian is in that vicinity. He is able to create that space, but Clover taking no time, including the waves and taking the first structure of the game.
This is the problem that I saw in the draft, Arashi. Remember, when they went for the first pick 1-1, they gave over 2 very strong heroes in the early stage to control the neutral objective and the mid lane. And this is what it comes down to. Mid lane pressure is so important in securing those neutral objectives in this current patch. And you can see it here from Evos Legends. You saw it earlier from Onic, but Sutsujin is already on the turtle now. Boots putting in a little bit more damage, but it seems like it is just a free turtle going to the hands of Sutsujin.
Different story here. Game number 1 was all Kairi. Game number 2 now, Sutsujin making a name for himself. situation-wise there, Rashi, what can you say about Onic Esport and as well as Evos Legends?
I mentioned how when the roamers are both passive, the junglers make the difference, and you can see it play out as as predicted. Setsujin on the Akai, he's just able to make a lot more ganks happen. The card control is just very much on the side of Evos Legends, and that allows them to actually contest ground and actually get pickoffs that will screw over the setup, the positioning of Onic Esports. Onic is forced to play defensively, reactively, and they are unable to actually, like in the first game, win the fights with proper positioning and planning.
Okay, heavy spin on towards CW. Again, CW here trying to pop that crossbow attack, but immediately Time Journey is there to help the survive. Oh my god, mid-side Taz taking a lot of damage by Boots. Boots will get that solo kill any day. Taz gets taken down.
Ooh. They're going to look for the kill. No, actually, Pendragon is just zoning Boots away, buying time for the Akai.
Yeah, we'll have to see her 2v1. Boots trying to clear first here. Ooh, take a look at that Festival of Blood trying to take damage, but it is not enough as Sutsujin will claim that 2v1 and Boots gets taken down.
Oh, the fans are going crazy for Evos Legends as they secure a 1.8k gold lead in the early game. You know, that lead is super significant. Just like your hair, if you use the head and shoulders. Right now, if you guys want to play and get that wipe out with that dandruff, nah. Say no to that because you guys can delete it instantly with the new Head and Shoulders X mlbb.
Ooh-wee, yeah, Rashi. Now, still, Evos Legends established a healthy amount of gold lead. But remember, Onic Esports, they don't mind going to the late game. They have the Sicilian. So, what can Evos Legends do to really put a nail in the coffin?
Well, they need to try and shut Kyrie down because now the lanes are already very much in their favor. They have control in the mid lane, in the gold lane as well. EXP, they can actually keep ganking Boots to try and shut him down. And if Boots plays a bit too safe, they can go into the jungle and deny Kyrie. They need to leverage this control and use it for other things as well.
Oh, bot side, Kiwo gets caught here with the heavy spin and Clover will take that kill. And to add to that, another structure here will fall for Onic Esports. Evos Legends claiming 2 turrets bot side already, and yeah, map-wise, space-wise, Evos Legends has the advantage.
If you take a look at the items just now, the Clint had a BOD, just now already. Like a 5-minute check, right? So right now, I'm pretty sure he might have the Endless Battle, and with that, you're gonna have so much more damage compared to Onic Esports, where Julian is underfarmed compared to Sutsujin, and even, well, mostly CW on this 1-1, so behind compared to Clover, 2 levels behind, and I don't think she has the DHS yet.
Not yet. Almost, or he is getting there. But yeah, crowd went wild from both Onic Esports and Evos Legends fan. Seems like now mid-side is going to be the focus as Sutsujin is in that area. But take a look at top side. Clover and as well as Diggy is already standing idly by there, trying to harass Paquito. Oh, 3v1 setup. Boots might be caught here. Dreams, Clover force Boots to use that flicker once again, and yeah, Evos Legends, they are expanding their space. Heavy spin connects on towards Boots, he gets caught here.
Wait a minute.
Clover will deal out the damage and Boots will not be able to escape. Another man down in the river though. Crossbow, tank popped, Kyrie gets one, and now Pendragon using the demonic force, trying to create space. CW, can he outplay this one as Pendragon off the turn? Kyrie claims his life. 2 for 1 now as Onic Esports is slowly trying to equalize this game.
Baited in by CW for Kyrie to stun him up with the enhanced chain. Oh my god, Onic Esports might still be in it to win it. Evos Legends tried their best to supplicate, but I feel like they overcommitted into that top side where there was a fight in the river. They could have just, the Sutsujin could have just helped the team, but he went for that commitment into that top side, and now it actually gave the opportunity for Onic Esports to come back into the game. 2,000 gold lead for Evos. They're trying to go for the Lord. It's a 50-50.
It's a 50-50. I think Evos Legends, they're greedy. Dreams is slow now. Is this too greedy? As Sutsujin with that heavy spin will claim that Lord. Kyrie is in trouble. He gets taking a lot of heat and he gets taken down. Crossbow attack pop though. Evos Legends with the discipline. They got the Lord. They got one member and they disengage. Boots with a smart macro play there will claim the mid turret.
Wow.
I think he'll be able to pick up the bottom turret as well if he wants to go for it. Although it's a bit too risky. You know, Onic Esports, they are trying to play again for the late game. So Evos is doing great, but so far it's only a 3.6k gold lead. It is not as dominant nearly as the first game. And Onic Esports, they have an absolutely scary late game composition. And you can see the damage from Drian is starting to build up already.
Yeah, now you can see here the mid turret collapsed. Evos Legends sticking with 5 here in the mid side. I really question that approach, but I guess the Lord is still marching bot side. Fun fact though, 2 structures from Evos Legends falls. So Onic Esports somehow equalized, even though they lost the Lord. We'll see though.
Yeah, I actually really like the approach from Evos Legends here because they're building up the waves in both mid, top, and bottom, getting the slow push going to take out every single outer turret. You know, the base turret might not be threatened here because with the value, I mean, with the first Lord, the value that you need to get is the outer turrets. Now Taz, though, he stole away the crossbow attack. They might just look for a siege here, but they got to be careful of that poke. Drian is dealing a lot.
Yeah, well, crossbow tank from Taz pops, but base turret number 1 falls here. Evos a Legend establishing a very healthy gold lead and as well as space here. Well, yeah, what else can they do here? Evos Legends, they realizing that Sicilian is on the opposing side. Of course, you want to end the game ASAP, Arashi. What can they do?
They need to try and make sure they bait fights better because Onic Esports, again, it's really so good from Evos Legends. They use the objectives, the Lord, to try and pull Onic Esports out of their base, and so far it's working out. CW is catching up though. He is still very, very far away. He has 1 item behind, a whole item behind from Clover, but he does have the corrosion side and the DHS, so he will start being a complete nuisance. But I don't know, for Evos Legends, they have to keep doing this, and they need to take control of the jungle. You can see that Onic Esports, they're still able to come out of the base a bit by bit, look for a bit of scraps left behind in the jungle. Evos needs to punish that, and they have all the tools, they are ahead enough to try and do that. So I think that they really should make sure that they do everything possible to make sure that Onic Esports stay behind.
And Onic Esports, that trap is very, very squishy. So they gotta be very careful here when it comes down to it. Kyrie, is he actually gonna go for this? No, it's way too risky. He backs off, and exactly, they have a very squishy composition. The only one who can add sustain into their squishy composition is probably the Angela with a heart guard, but it just doesn't come through fast enough. And it's only 1 target who gets that sustain. So Evos Legends with Clover now hitting that massive power spike in terms of items, and even Taz, it's going to get harder and harder for Onic Esports to come back in the game. It's all going to rely on the gold, on the glass cannon heroes that they have.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. Lord poked, well, not poked, gets taken down rather fast here by the side of Evos Legends. Onic Esports hesitated for a contest. Take a look at the damage dealt by Axe. Still, Drian is on top of the list, but Dreams and as well as Taz is not far behind.
This is what's so annoying about a roamer DT, right? He doesn't actually build full damage, but the way the hero works, he just ends up doing a lot of damage, and Dreams right now is partially responsible for Onic Esports being shut in, because at any moment there's the traps available in the bushes exposing the members of Onic Esports and chunking them to low HP, because as Miko mentioned, they're all squishy. So these traps are just a lot more punishing.
Exactly, the time bombs, man. Take a look at the players' gold by UBS Gold. Top 2 will be Evos players here, Clover as well as Sitsujin. Meanwhile, the gold laner from Onyx, CW, is in 3rd place. Lord, Enhanced Lord marching bot side. Can they end this? We'll have to see.
We'll see if they are able to actually end this. Again, look at Taz. He actually stole away the Bat Feast this time, opting not to go for the crossbow attack. But Clover on this clean, already dishing out the damage onto that mid lane turret, as this is going to be the pressure. Actually, yeah, I mean, the Lord was taken down before the mid lane actually came through. They baited out to take that mid lane turret, but I don't know. Shouldn't they have gone for a 3-way push?
I think they don't want to gamble it, but yeah, one by one, a base turret will fall here, and now Evos Legends looks for the siege. Oh, Dreams taking a lot of damage. Mind you, he is not building any tank apart from that NOD. He's on his way to Athena, though, but take a look at Heavy Spin, connects onto Kyrie! And he gets taken down. Sutsujin with the right timing, and as well as targeting Pendragon might be next here, but take a look at Boots. Insta deleted there, and Evos Legends will go for the objective. The base turret is still exposed. Evos Legends forced a game 3.
Game 3 in the best of 3. Ladies and gentlemen,